Hey everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson's Soapery. I thought I'd bring you along because I'm just going to be packing up all of these. This is not an order. This actually has to do with me just organising some new stock to pop on the shelf because I know these ones are going to be sold and we need to get rid of these ones on Trade Square. So here I have my candles. There's a few that I'll just have to put the heat gun back over, but generally this is my little candle, and don't they look really cute? So these ones are just the really pretty ones, but I just noticed that one has a bit of wax, so we might just refix that one up, because I like to make sure they go out looking beautiful. We've got to try our best. And of course, do remember everyone, you know, like we're in winter, so sometimes you'll get a tiny cracking and things like that on the top if the room is super cold. So I've already done a few of them up. So these are basically how I do my boxes up. And these, of course, are my little soy candles. These hold 100 grams in them. And first of all, we just start with a simple box like this. These boxes are the 120 gram tin boxes. So I get these from Aussie Candle Supplies. They're pretty cheap. They're not very expensive at all. I think it's maybe $7 for 12 if you buy them in bulk. It's something like that anyway. It's like less than 50 cents a box. So, and it just does make the whole end result look super duper beautiful. So we've got our candle here. Like I said, these ones here are my baby ones. So we're going to just fix all of these ones up. And then here I do have a reel of, you know, these stickers. You can get these in bulk as well. These are really cheap. And in Australia and probably most countries, you have to have one of these on the bottom of your candle at the least. And it just tells people, you know, don't put a candle near a curtain and things like that. Make sure it's on a flat surface. All of those basic things that we take for granted that everyone knows. But, and even though people do know, if they do it, they sometimes, you know, will try to sue you or something if you haven't put it on. So just put it on. They cost about 8 cents or something like that. They're pretty cheap. And then of course they need to go in every candle that you make. The same as melts, that you need to have something like that on melts, although it'll be a little different but very similar. And then all we're going to do is just put my stickers on them. These ones I actually make myself. I design them in Canva and then I cut them with the Cricut machine. And sometimes I cut them by hand, but generally with the Cricut machine. So that's what it looks like. That's the front of it. And then the back has all the manufacturing information it needs. And of course the pretties on the front. And then these ones that you can probably just see to the side of my video, these are all my baby ones. And because I sell wholesale now on Trade Square, the baby ones, I think that actually that's my most popular sale purchase item at the moment. I think is on there is the baby ones. And most of them are going to places like florists, gift stores, newsagents, you know, places like that, you know, because remember newsagents and, you know, postal services, they actually sell candles and things like that in there as well. That's how they actually make quite a lot of money, is by selling all of these extra little bits and pieces. So it's definitely worth trying to get in contact with someone like that in your local area to ask them if they're interested in selling your things, which is really good. Now, I used to put an image on the top, but what actually happened was they actually started putting their own writing like Tester and things like that on the front. So, yeah, so that is actually why with my ones here that I don't do it anymore. And, you know, honestly, every label, every sticker you put on costs money. So if you look at this, we've got a sticker on the bottom, we've got the sticker around the top, obviously we've got the wax, the container, the lid, then we've got the box we're paying for, then we've got these labels as well. So already that is a lot of things that, you know, you have to add into your cost. So that's the thing, everyone. It's super duper important just to remember that, you know, like every single thing costs money. Not to mention when you're sending it, you know, like you might have foam or biodegradable peanuts, boxes, anything like that you're sending. Even things like this, which is the plastic, the shrink wrap that I put on some of my boxes, that actually goes into your cost as well. So, you know, I mean, look, none of us want to say this, but, you know, this is the bottom line, isn't it? You know, all of these things do add up in the end. So, You got to think about that. And sometimes there may be a label that you know, or just a pretty thing that you think, okay, maybe I don't need that on there at all. Maybe it's not that important as well. The same as around the labels here. So this is vinyl. It's, you know, printable vinyl, but these ones are just a cheaper paper sticker because it's only on the box. They're just going to rip that off the box. And look, I did actually look at getting boxes made, but they were really expensive. So I would need to charge like $15 for a small candle, and I don't want to charge that kind of money. So yeah, so I don't know. You know, in time, maybe if I have to order 5,000 boxes or something like that, then it would be worth it. But at the moment, it's definitely not worth it for me. So anyway, like I said, we'll check out and see how we're going. But as I said, I thought maybe you might just want to come along while I'm doing these gorgeous things as well. And why I'm talking about this, everyone, I'll tell you. Something that I did wrong at the start was I used to, you know, I would write on my website that I had 20 of something when I only had, say, 5, because I thought, well, if they order it, I can just make it. But when you do that, it actually makes it so stressful. And then you sort of thinking, oh no, I've got to make this and I don't have the ingredients. So my suggestion to everyone new is just like try and just make it first and have it sitting there. Obviously you don't want something sitting there that's going to sit there for a long time, but if you sort of think, okay, I might sell a couple of those, maybe just make 2, put 2 on the website. When they sell them, put more, and so on. That's my advice, because like I said, that happened a few times, and then I was really stressed, and I thought, oh no, and then when I started wholesale, I mean, everyone's going to laugh at this. You're actually going to laugh. But what I did is I actually wrote on one of them that I had 2,000 bath bombs. But I didn't, because I thought, well, that's okay. I'll just make them as they order. And my husband said, well, no one's going to buy 2,000 bath bombs, so don't worry about it. Put it on. Someone bought 2,000 bath bombs. And then I was like, oh no. So then I had to contact them and say, look, I actually don't have that many ready straight away. But this is what can actually happen. You just don't know. Somebody may see your things, absolutely fall in love, and that's it, and then they're going to grab it, aren't they? So never think never, everybody. And there is that one there, so we'll just pop these ones in. And I have to remember why I'm talking to everybody, the ones that I am putting in. And for anyone that wants to know, it is actually nighttime. It's not daytime. That's why it's a little darker on the camera. It's probably maybe 9:30 at night. But I do have a lot to do today. And as I've said in a couple of videos, one of my daughters is pregnant. So she is having baby showers, and I've been going out having a couple lunches with her. So that means I have to get everything done in the evening if I'm to go out with her, because I have to film lots of things and, of course, make things all the time too. And their candles have been really busy. I've just sold so many of them, so I really do need to get everything organized with the candles and make sure that I've got everything ready to be shipped out and so on. So anyway, like I said, that's what I've been doing. And this week, actually, I've been filming one of my videos. I'm trying to do behind the scenes for a week. So one of them's going to be maybe 2 hours long or something next week. And I've just basically thought I'll do like a whole week of behind the scenes. And it's really hard because obviously I'm filming this now, so this bit won't be in behind the scenes. But generally, most of it will be about, what I actually get up to, how much work is involved in having a business and so on. And, you can see even here, like I'm literally hand folding all of these boxes and popping them together and popping the labels on. Like, this is all done by hand, and the thing that takes the longest, honestly, is the stickers to put on the outside. That takes longer for me than actually making this product. So so that actually did take me quite a long time. So this is a different one as well. This is my little lavender ylang. So we'll pop that one and then put a lavender sticker on this one, because I do have a few rose and a few, I think I showed it before, but that's the rose one, just so that everyone can see. And as I said earlier, I actually make all of these myself on Canva. So yeah, so, and make sure I get the right sticker, because that'd be bad if I said lavender, wouldn't it? And then they opened a rose one. So as I said before. So let me just undo this one. But like I said, I decided to do a few extra videos because I've had so many people saying to me, look, we'd be interested in just watching, you know, watching you make something. It doesn't have to be anything exciting, because I thought, well, this is a bit boring, isn't it? And I had a couple ladies say, look, I'd actually like to see what you do, because, you know, if they want to start their own business, they might just be sort of a little bit more interested on behind the scenes kind of things on what I'm doing. And, you know, and these tasks that I think are a bit monotonous, maybe somebody else doesn't. Maybe you guys think it might be something interesting that you hadn't seen before. So like I said, I hope that these kind of things are a little bit interesting and you can see all the different bits and pieces that, you know, go into a business. So, but like I said, next week will be the long version, won't it, of everything else that I'm doing. But for today, all I'm doing tonight is literally sticking all these up, and then I'll show you behind the counter, which is what you actually see when you see me on the Sunday chat and things like that as well. So on the Sunday chat, you will actually see just different things behind the back. And, you know, like these go on the back. So, and then I count them, put them into my inventory system. And at the moment I'm using Inventora. And because I've been trialing Inventora out, which I'm actually really liking it, to be honest. I'm finding it really, really good. It's really easy to use. And I think a candle maker actually created Inventora. So I will do a bit of a video for everybody later on Inventora. And yeah, so I've been using all of that. So basically, once I do this, I need to log them all in. And say if I have 10 of them in there and I'm going to put 10 more, then obviously I change the numbers to 20 to, you know, to show what I have. So then if somebody buys it, they can get it. And also, if you're on like Trade Square, which as I said earlier, I'm on Trade Square for wholesale. So if somebody goes to my Trade Square, it's linked into my normal Shopify. So doesn't matter if somebody buys retail or wholesale, it will still come off the order exactly the same. So that's something as well that's really important, and that's why you need to make sure your numbers are right, because there'd be nothing worse than somebody orders 20 and you haven't updated it or anything and there's only 10, because then you're like, oh no, now I've got to quickly try and make it, or tell them that I just don't have it. So all those little systems are really good behind the scenes. But once again, that's what takes time. Even my tax, when I do my tax, so I've been working on it a lot at the moment because I'm trying to get everything up to date in these new programs. So I use Excel, and then every single item that I buy or that I make money on, it needs to go into an Excel. It needs to say the date, you know, the information about... so for instance, if I buy petrol that's for work, I have to write the date, the petrol, where I've, you know, where I purchased it from, the receipt, and so on. So you've got to write everything. And I know you sort of think, oh, well, you know, that's a bit much, but that's actually what the accountant needs. And if you ever get audited from the tax office, you need to actually produce that. And if you don't, you can just be fined. And you'll end up having to pay heaps of money or end up in court. So... you know, all these things that the boring, monotonous bit, you know, look, honestly, the creative side's probably only 10% of my time. The rest is like just, you know, doing labels, boxing things up, getting orders out the door, you know, those kind of boring little bits and pieces. But as I said, I thought that you guys may just like to see what I'm up to, what is involved. I mean, because there's a lot involved, isn't there, making all of these things as well. And as you've seen, I just put one of the candles back because the top didn't look smooth enough. So I will just heat gun that down to make it look nicer. Again, let me double check that that's a lavender one so that I put the right label on. And yeah, so anyway, but I won't keep you too much longer because it's getting late at night. But like I said, I thought maybe you might want to just see a little bit about, you know, popping stickers on and, you know, just what I get up to, because these are the things that you don't think about, and I never thought about when you buy something from a shop. You just buy it, not off you go. But these are the things that people do if it's handmade. So this is why you pay more money to have something handmade. Anyway, I will see all of you lovelies on my next video. Bye. I thought I would bring you back just to show you the end of the evening. So these ones are the lemon pie ones that I was doing before. And so today I think I've done blooming rose, I've done my lavender ones, the babies, and then of course these beautiful lemon butter ones. And then for tomorrow we are getting ready to do some more. And I'll give you a quick spin around so that you can see what it's like on my back counter. So let's spin around and I will actually show you. So these are all the ones that I've been doing at the moment. So there's lots of gaps everywhere at the moment from what I'm selling on Trade Square. These are my old ones that are colourful that I'm not really selling anymore. So I will probably have a big sale at 50% off just to get rid of those ones, because I've got quite a few and they're just kind of like odd ones, but they're still amazing if somebody wants to buy them to sell them. So anyway, like I said, this was the end of my evening. So I thought, let's just pack everything up, and I will see you on the next video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, of course, just pop on the notification. See you next time. Bye.